Hey, how are you guys? Tony the GM looking a little bit deeper at Fernando Mendoza today. Had a little bit of a rough game last game. The last two games have been. Here's the thing. He wasn't asked to do much the game before, right? Uh, Iowa. Now this is what I do. First thing I do is I take a quarterback and I plot every single throw over 31 air yards. Every single game. I want to see what they did with them. Every single play that resulted in 31 air yards or more. I do that for the majority of quarterbacks. Every single quarterback I look at, but here's the thing. What do quarterbacks do? That's the first problem when drafting a quarterback, okay? Quarterbacks throw the football. You want them to be able to take the top off of defense. You love to have both arm talent and arm strength, both plus plus. That's very rare in today's game. You get a quarterback like Melton with arm talent, with zero arm talent, and plus 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 arm strength. It's very rare to get both. So when you do find one, you need to dig deep. Now here's my thing, okay? Mendoza is in a great situation. Good running game, good support, good coach, good everything. You have to subtract a little for being in that quality situation. Okay? He has slightly plus arm strength, NFL average a little bit more. He has NFL average arm talent. He shows a lot with anticipation throws out patterns. I don't know. He has a sprinkling of everything you want to see on his film. I'm going to give you an example. You have Iowa. Now, the first thing I look at, I look at every play, I plot every play. Now, what are you looking for? Okay, the experts look at, did he make the right read? Did he do this? No. Okay, you're looking at if a quarterback could play the position. It's an offensive coordinator's job and a coach's job to coach up certain things. You're not looking at footwork. You're not looking at mechanics. You could change those. You're not looking at reading defenses. You could take them by the face mask and say, listen, this is what you got to do. Okay? You need to see what a quarterback could physically do on a football field. Now, my first thing that I have a huge issue with when I'm looking at quarterbacks is protected pocket, clean throwing lane, wide open receiver. You don't get bonus points in today's society, okay? This isn't everybody gets a trophy. This is why we're missing here, okay? You don't get bonus points for doing what you're supposed to do. If you're drafting an elite quarterback at the top of the first round, you want to be able to roll him out there and have him be able to do things that scare the opposition's defensive coordinator. Okay? That's exactly what you're looking for. All of these, if we're drafting somebody to run our system, you could find 20 other guys to run your system. What you're looking for is an elite quarterback. Okay? Now I'm going to go through Iowa real quick. Okay? Protected dump. Okay? Protected out pattern touchdown. Nice touch. Protected flat. Protected slant. Protected dump off left. Now there's a star. Protected 40-yard nice touch sideline go route. Okay? Could he do it? Yeah. That's the thing. That the issue is with the majority of his stuff for the year is protected. And there is only a sprinkling of certain things. Okay? What you want to do is look for the pressure plays. There's very little pressure plays on his actual film. Okay. Now, he had a protected rollout miss right in this game. Then he had a pressured post where he actually took a hit and he had great ball placement. So every throw in his entire game, he did show a little by staying in the pocket and hitting the great ball placement throw. He was pressured on a cross where he threw the ball behind on another. You could say that he was pressured 3 times the entire game. Okay. Now, this is an issue. Okay. Go to the Oregon game. Protected deep out. Okay. Slight pressure roll out, throw away. Now, I watch every play, guys. You could go time it up, okay? Everything protected. Okay. Deep miss protected. He's playing real competition here. Protected. The entire thing. Okay. Protected, low miss. Protected. He had a little bit of pressure. He struggled a little. Okay. Protected, post miss. He's playing better competition. He's going to need time to adapt to the better competition of the pros. Okay. He had an interception in the game. It's the same exact interception that Aller had against Oregon, where they jumped the play, okay, going right to left. Now, what am I saying? Okay. Mendoza has his exact breakdown. There's more plays to look for, okay? When you're looking at support, you need to drop them a little bit in the first round. It's that simple. The fact that he struggled in the cold the past game, that's another issue for New York. Now, when I tell you I look at literally every play, I sit there and I plot every single play. Guys are looking at the wrong things, guys. This is why the NFL misses it consistently. If you don't see consistency of throwing a deep ball accurately, or being able to stay in the pocket and handle pressure, okay? If you don't see certain things consistently, that's not your guy at the top of the draft, okay? You're going to miss, and you're going to miss consistently. Now, you could hide deficiencies with great coaching, great system. This is what I noticed with the NFL. A few of these quarterbacks are being carried. They're much better options in the NFL. Okay? Not every quarterback is draftable, guys. Everybody just names names consistently. They go with the hype, okay? If you can't see that they're trying to sell you Simpson, I have no idea how to help you guys. Now, Fernando, let's really check it off, okay? He played Penn State. He threw a back shoulder, left side, great catch by his third wide receiver, who's now starting, who's getting more playing time now. It was a great catch. Is he getting support? As I said, perfect situation. Okay. He's playing, good competition, but he is also getting huge support. You got to hold that against him, guys, when you're evaluating the quarterback. Now, we went through his arm strength. He has enough arm strength. Doesn't have huge arm strength, okay? But he does have enough arm strength. Could he throw it anticipation? Eventually, he'll be able to throw it anticipation throughout the field, throughout the entire field. Right now, it's only on anticipation out patterns. And once they start figuring that out, they're going to be trying to jump that all day. Okay. What's next? Arm talent. Some nice throws on film, not to the extent of the huge arm talent quarterbacks that are in this draft, Aller and Robertson. But he has the most arm talent in the draft out of everybody not named Aller and Robertson. Uh, he's got great size. He has enough athletic ability. He did stand in the pocket a couple of times, took a hit. Decent running ability. You know what? Is he a product of his system? He's not trade up material. Let's go up to number one and get him. If you're a Jet fan, definitely not. Uh, I wouldn't even touch him actually in New York. He's not an option at 7 or 8 or 9 if he falls there. Because the Jets could do better drafting talent and surrounding a different quarterback later. Mendoza's not in play for the Jets, at all. Is he? He's definitely a first-round quarterback for a team that's designed to wait. Now, I want you to pay attention to the Minnesota situation. They are basically a win-now team with a rookie quarterback who's not ready yet. Okay? The Jets, you're going to take Mendoza and have to wait 2 years to see if he does develop into a Daniel Jones. They can't do that. It's not a match at this point in time. I don't see him. He's not generational. He could be a decent quarterback. I mean, they say Kirk Cousins. I don't know. Is he a 15th? 12th to 18th quarterback in the future? Probably, but that's not 7th pick in the draft material if you're a Jet. That definitely is somebody that could go to the Rams or a team that might need a quarterback in a year or two and have him sit in a perfect situation. But this isn't, the Jets don't need to play that game. They're only 2 offensive linemen and maybe another playmaker on offense away from being able to support a quarterback very well. Yeah, and Mendoza's not going to be ready to match up with the timeline. And you could do better anyway. Now, what else is there to say? I mean, playing in the cold and not looking good, that's a danger sign. That's why New York needs to take a hard look too. If he goes down to if he's put in the proper situation, he could be a decent quarterback in the pros, and he warrants the pick. Now, you're going against Ohio State this coming week, okay? That's your is he draftable 10 to 15 in the draft, or is he a later pick that needs to sit? You're getting your answer this week, guys, okay? It's that simple. Let's see if Ohio State could confuse them. What I'm saying is Drew Aller could do everything Fernando Mendoza could do. Mendoza can't do everything Aller could do. So let's keep on looking. I wouldn't draft Fernando Mendoza as a Jet, to the Jets. It's that simple, Jet fans. It's not worth the you're talking adding 2 quality players with the 2 picks, the 7th and the 18th or the 20th, whatever they're going to pick. Let's do that. If Aller isn't available for him, which he won't be, wait until next year and go get a bridge. Take care, guys. A little bit of everything is sprinkled over his tape, but not enough. He's not an elite quarterback prospect. Take care.